Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. We are so excited to discuss with Alexandra Maria the Canadian launch of the new Smart Pure segment for purifying skins from Diego dalla Palma. And it's so nice when we have a new segment to have the expertise from Alexandra here to explain everything today. She is the official trainer for Diego dalla Palma Professional worldwide. So she trains in all the markets around the world that carry Diego dalla Palma. So she has very unique insight on the products, and her vast expertise in the field of aesthetics and medical aesthetics makes her a wonderful expert for us to be able to speak with today. As some of you may know, the purifying segment from Diego dalla Palma Professional, the previous purifying segment, was an incredible treatment, one of our top sellers, one of the few products for acne that we can say really works. When you got on that regime, it was a great product and a great treatment. And I'm so excited because Smart Pure is taking that foundation and making it even better. This is going to be a really wonderful, new, exciting, innovative treatment. And I'm so excited to see what Alexandra has for us today. If you have any questions as they pop up, as always, please let us know in the chat or the Q&A, and we'll have some time at the end to go through all of those and to answer anything that might pop up. So I'm going to hand it over to you now. Thank you so much.
Amalia, thank you so much. It's a real pleasure to be with all of you together again, even if it's virtual. And yeah, I've been talking about Smart Pure for a while now, and it's been a great success all over the world. So I'm very happy to present it to you, the Canadian market. It's a range that we are extremely proud of. I know there are for sure some questions in your mind because probably you've heard something about AI. AI has helped to develop this line. So I think it's going to be a quite interesting conference today. And yeah, I look forward from your feedback. And after you also try the products, I'm sure you're going to love them as much as I do. So the new line, our new purifying line, is called Smart Pure, technology that purifies. These are some of the images we are using. The marketing team has really done an amazing job. They've outdone themselves, and you're going to see later on some other images and videos that actually have received a very good feedback. Now, coming back to basically the purifying line, for us it was very important to analyze a little bit the market because it's very important that you stay relevant. And it's quite interesting to see that the segment of the healthy skin, no makeup, no makeup, right? Has really made a shift, a trend that has shifted the focus from, just covering if you have certain impurities, if you have any type of problems, but to, like I was saying before, a healthy skin. So no longer covering, but rather purifying, rebalancing, and this is a trend which I completely, let's say, agree on. And I'm very happy because we understand now even more. And with this, I mean, even a very young target of clients, that is not just about hiding, it's about really having a healthy skin that requires minimum makeup if for some reason I don't want to use a lot of makeup, that conveys health and it's glowing and it's beautiful. And of course, a very important aspect of this trend is to have very advanced purifying ingredients, very clean ingredients, microbiome-friendly formulas, something that we also did in the past. So we were like pioneers in this field. And obviously, everything leading to a skin free of impurities, that is balanced, that you can easily see from afar, that is healthy. Talking about trends, and we cannot ignore because social media, from one side, it's setting and it's programming, if you want, the minds of the consumers. So we cannot ignore it. The new aesthetic standard that was born on social media has the hashtag clean girl, no makeup skin, or skin so bare. You can see it easily also in that picture. Okay, maybe she has a little bit of gloss, of highlight, but you can see her actual skin. You can see the freckles. She has very little to none makeup, in which obviously the main message that we get is that she has a very healthy, purified skin. That is the focus. And if we look at the numbers of the hashtag and the mentions that clean girl or pure skin have on social media platforms, and in this case, the platform that was analyzed was TikTok, but of course, there is also Instagram and other social platforms, the numbers are insane. So even between 2023 and 2025, we have more than 480% more mentions of the hashtag clean girl or pure skin that surpasses 1.2 billion global views. That means that it's very likely that any consumer, any client that will come in our beauty institute will have this, let's say, setting in their mind. And either we will see it's for them and they have a, let's say, a more mature skin, but with some issues, or if we are referring to a more young target of client, which obviously, let's say, almost by default will require to have this special care of the skin. If we look at these little videos, obviously still from TikTok, there was another important thing that our team has taken into account, and that is the trends also in the type of textures and products that are being used. For instance, now you can see this in this video, a stick used in order to apply a mask, very, very practical, very easy. And obviously that has a lot of, let's say, success, views and likes. And I agree, it's something very practical that you can take with you and you can easily use in your routine. Also, like you can see here, very specific products that are to be applied locally. Again, very, very easily. In this case, she's just using a little Q-tip. But again, we inspired ourselves in terms of texture and product delivery, okay, in these trends that are now very, very much going on in the market. Then, from clean beauty to intelligent beauty, because again, there is this shift, and we see it everywhere, that focuses on the concept of intelligent. We are looking for products that can adapt their action based on the skin needs, that know what to do and where to intervene. Especially, we will see in a second when we are going to talk about the active ingredients, that an impure skin obviously has a lot of requirements, a lot of necessities. And it will be also dehydrated, it will be also very sensitive, it will have redness, and obviously it will have pimples, post-acne scars, it will have an imbalance in the production of a sebum. So many things that are not really functioning properly, they are unbalanced, and that need to be taken in account when trying to deal with this situation. I very much like the next sentence in the presentation. The smart skin era is born. And I'm sure you have seen and heard about it everywhere, because now the usage of AI, of artificial intelligence, is everywhere. I think all of us, we are using it in our day-to-day life. And it was absolutely normal that it will come also in the cosmetic field, in the way that we approach formulating of the skincare. And I will explain in due time exactly how we have used artificial intelligence in order to create this basically new generation of skincare that is extremely technological and extremely precise. If we look at the numbers again, they're quite astonishing. So more than 310% more research on AI skincare peptides and smart skin barrier. If we refer to the let's say data that we find on social media like TikTok, so somewhere between 2000 and quarter one of 2025 versus quarter one of 2024, so a huge increase, more than 3 times. 61% of trending skincare content cites technological efficacy or scientific research. And this can only make me happy because obviously, because of the access to so much information, finally, consumers can do their research on the information that they are given by certain people saying this is a very advanced product. And why should I believe you? Just because I say so? No, obviously, if you have scientific data behind that product or the ingredients you are using, if you're a very serious company, that at a very simple research or even just a question that you can ask an AI motor, you will uncover, let's say, the truth. You will immediately see, yes, this is a brand that has scientific research behind it, and it has, clinical tests that that we are doing forever, and something that we have always been close to. So for us, for our company, this can only be in our advantage because it's in our DNA to have all of these, let's say, mindsets when producing product. And last but not least, the hashtag skin intelligent exceeds more than 250 million views in 2025 on TikTok. So again, even when you are considering promoting your products, your institute, make sure you are using, obviously I'm not an expert on hashtag, but make sure you are using the, let's say, trendy and correct hashtag for today. And yes, I mentioned earlier, peptides are the new viral ingredient. They are now in the mind of consumers because obviously for us they are not new. They are the new protagonist of beauty language, or a symbol of intelligence, of scientific efficiency. And again, you can see that, for instance, educational content on how peptide works has increased this time on Instagram more than 190% only in 2025. Content that combines peptide plus skin reset has an average engagement of more than 52% compared to standard skincare. And hashtag peptides has around 2.8 billion global views. And this is only talking about it in 2025. So again, it's on everybody's in everybody's mouth. So everybody's talking about peptides. They are the new viral ingredient. Coming back to Smart Pure, obviously purification is no longer just an aesthetic gesture. Meaning I'm not just treating the outside of the skin. I'm not just trying, to dry a pimple and get rid of it, put a patch on it. But actually now, the new approach that we have with Smart Pure is to go and intercept the new sensibility, a line that speaks about clarity, balance, precision. And I really like very much the new images that we have, obviously the new approach that we have with the new purifying line, because it uses a word that is very important, that is precision. Everybody, also in the medical field today, we talk about precision medicine. We talk about precision because we want to really go and find out exactly where the imbalance is happening, and obviously to solve it. Beautiful. And this is just one of the videos. Okay, so Smart Pure is a very high-tech line that combines premium active ingredients. We will see exactly which one, with additional, a very innovative AI engineered peptide that we have called Sebum-Smart Peptide. Therefore, here we have the Smart Pure name of our line. What is so special about Sebum-Smart Peptide, that again we will see in a second, is the fact that it's capable of recognizing exactly the skin impurities and treating them with a very high precision, exactly where the imbalance in the skin is happening. On top of that, obviously, we are using well-known active ingredients that have worked for years and years, like retinol, salicylic acid, ultra pure clays, stabilized hydrogen peroxide, everything combined together with a very, very high precision in order, like I said, to give the skin exactly the action needed exactly where the imbalance is happening. Everything coming together in a beautiful packaging. We have chosen this sage green design that is really beautiful. The packaging also of the products have this very soft touch foil detailing. Basically, like the presentation says it, every single element communicates efficiency, innovation, accessible luxury. And obviously, it covers the needs of both young and mature skin. Therefore, it's a range, and as we see, because of our lifestyle, our diet, everything that is not quite, let's say, ideal, it's a line that most of our customers will need at one point or another. Basically, a new standard for all ages. So it's aimed at both young skin, which are obviously more prone to impurities, imperfections, also because of the hormonal imbalances at that time. It's quite unusual to have a very young skin without any imbalances and any issues. It can be also used a little bit as prevention, but also it can be used for mature skin that requires effective yet gentle purification. So it's a transversal and intelligent way. Finally, formulation. Of course, Smart Pure, it's a cellular biorevitalization and imperfection control line, meaning it will regulate the sebum production, visibly reduce enlarged pores, blackheads, and post-acne scars. Therefore, the skin is going to be smoother, clearer, and more even. All of this with also the help of Sebum-Smart Peptide, that is an AI engineered peptide, an intelligent molecule that has been developed with the help of artificial intelligence, capable of recognizing and fighting against impurities with a huge precision and maximum efficiency. Now, this slide basically summarizes the most amazing thing that we have inside of our new Smart Pure line. Everything coming together in a synergistic action to work, like I was mentioning earlier, exactly where we need them to work. Basically, we have 7 main actions using this line. The first one, which is absolutely obvious, will be the regulation of the sebaceous secretion. Because normally in an impure skin, you will have abnormal activity of the sebum gland. The quality of that sebum will always also not be the greatest one. It's going to unfortunately be tainted with bacteria that are just going to proliferate and are going to give you more and more problems. In order to regulate the sebaceous gland activity, we have the Sebum-Smart Peptide, azelaic acid that we know extremely well, and niacinamide. So there is a combination of these 3 ingredients that all three of them in synergy are working on the sebaceous gland activity, both from a quantity point of view, but also from a quality point of view of the sebum that is being produced. Second action, which is extremely important, is to inhibit the microbial growth, exactly what I was mentioning earlier. And in this case, the two most well-known bacteria that will cause acne, we are using salicylic acid, zinc oxide, and hydrogen peroxide. The combination in between these three active ingredients are amazing in inhibiting the microbial growth. So on one side, I'm working with the sebaceous gland, making sure its activity stays normal and proper. On the other hand, I'm inhibiting the microbial growth. Third will be the reduction of sebum oxidation that gives us those nasty blackheads. For this, we use the Sebum-Smart Peptide, the antioxidant complex that I'm sure everybody knows, that is the 51 plus 3 Hyalu complex, azelaic acid, and again, niacinamide. Then another important action that we do that you do not want to miss in this type of treatment is calming and anti-redness action. And again, please take note that we again are doing this with the help of Sebum-Smart Peptide, azelaic acid, zinc oxide, betaine, that we know very well, it's a wonderful osmoprotector, and again, niacinamide. So you see the Sebum-Smart, but we'll come back to it, has different actions depending on the skin necessity. Another thing that we are trying to balance, or better yet, to rebalance, is the skin microbiota, something we are taking in account also in the past. And this we do with the help of the Sebum-Smart Peptide and prebiotics. So these basically little ingredients, glucolisaccharides that are feeding the good bacteria. So they are selective nutrients for the good bacteria of this very interesting layer in our skin, on the surface of our skin, that is the microbiota. And then sixth, we prolong anti-shine action. So we will not have that shiny and oily skin. And this is done with the help of sebum control technology. And then reduction on pores, blackheads, whiteheads, imperfection, and a great complexion at the end of the day that you get when you have all of these imbalances in your skin. Things done with the help of Sebum-Smart Peptide, retinol, salicylic acid, niacinamide, and azelaic acid. So I hope I got everybody curious and you can understand the complexity behind this product. And now let's just look at some of them. Obviously, many of them we know very well. Sebum-Smart Peptide, no. So let me please introduce you this wonderful active ingredient. So it's a peptide, because I was mentioning earlier that peptides are the new important trend now. It's acetyl-hexapeptide 1 that has been designed with artificial intelligence. Can we stop for a second before we go further? What does it mean? Because many people think that probably AI has invented this peptide or something like this. No. Basically, with the help of artificial intelligence at this moment, it's basically a huge database, of course, that we feed it with information, obviously. And out of this huge, if you want, library or database, has this amazing capacity, obviously in a very short period of time that for us human, it will take forever, okay, years and years of research and of reading. It has the capacity to take all of this information and in a very short period of time to make, let's say, immediate connections or extrapolate an information out of millions and millions of pages of research or so on. So basically, how do we use AI in order, in this case, to basically design this new peptide that we are using? We start with a big database of peptides. Let's say 1 million peptides, okay? And we start to ask and use AI in order to say, okay, out of this 1 million type of peptides, which one of them work in synergy with the human skin and have the capacity or interact with, let's say, sebaceous gland? And from this huge database and all the research that has been done and all the articles that have been published and so on and so forth, you get a number of, let's say, 1,000. Okay, this, looking some years ago, meant a huge amount of work in the laboratory in, again, searching for articles, seeing the findings, take those peptides and testing them and so on and so forth. Now, you get this 1,000 peptides from the first search. Now you go into more details, okay? Asking the artificial intelligence, okay, out of this 1,000, which one, eliminate the ones that, I don't know, are toxic for the skin. Okay, another 500 are gone. Out of these 500, so you give them certain criteria, okay, of elimination, till you are able to get let's say, a more reasonable amount of, in this case, peptides, I don't know, 10, 5, whatever. And then you get to play and to test, obviously, by yourself exactly those peptides to see how they are working and how you can obviously also incorporate them and mix them with other active ingredients, because that's also important. But the main information, let's say, that we can understand at the end of my presentation is the fact that, again, years and years of research that some scientist was supposed to do, now with the help of artificial intelligence from this side of the amount of information that already exists, can be used to help you and to minimize, like I said, years of research in some minutes of AI, thinking and making the research through all these scientific papers. So basically, this is how we got to Sebum-Smart Peptide. That is an amazing peptide that has, first of all, an action on the sebum. So it will fight against excessive production and accumulation, reducing the biosynthesis and the size of the sebaceous gland cell, which is amazing, because obviously, bigger the sebaceous gland, more quantity of sebum it will produce. Second action will be on the pores, the dilated pores, because it will protect the collagen matrix around the hair follicle, or the occluded, okay, that normally happens. So it will fight against the hyperkeratinization process. Therefore, after starting using the product, either you have a younger skin, but also a mature skin, and especially a woman with a mature skin that has gone into menopause, that unfortunately has this problem of the dilated pores, you will immediately start to notice this difference. And then, of course, the third action, that is irritation, of the irritation of the hair sebaceous follicle. And obviously, because of this, you will have these chemical mediators that are being activated by the immune system that are released by C. acnes. And therefore, we stop this process, this inflammatory process, and also we rebalance the skin microbiota. So I really like this sentence. The Sebum-Smart Peptide is effective where needed, gentle when needed. That's because, like I said, there are many imbalances that will happen when this problem occurs. Therefore, you need to purify on one side, rebalance on the other, and obviously reduce imperfections. Hopefully that was clear. If not, in any case, please write down questions in the box. And then, like I was mentioning earlier, we use active ingredients like retinol, azelaic acid, niacinamide, all these well-known actives that for us, they are extremely pure. They are encapsulated in order to, make them effective, but at the same time, gentle for the skin. And that have years and years of confirmation that they actually work very well on the skin. Now, the range is, let's say, again, very straightforward, very easy to use, both at home and in the cabin. As professional products only, so that means they will be used only in the cabin, we have 2 SKUs. The first one is the purifying mask. You're gonna really love this mask. I love its texture. It's the way it sets on the skin, the way the skin looks after you take it off. It's a mask with obviously this ventilated green clay, so the color will also be a little bit gray. Zinc oxide, glyceric acid, panthenol, and shea butter, so it's gonna be quite creamy, okay, and star ingredient, the Sebum-Smart Peptide. And as always, it's going to be a mask. We are going to apply after obviously preparing the skin, exfoliating, doing extraction if needed. And that is going to both calm and purify the skin. As you can see, it detoxifies, it remineralizes the skin, soothes and purifies, but without dehydrating it. You'll try it, you will see that is actually the case, because many times in many purifying treatments, that was quite an issue. Also because of the home routine that the clients have when they feel the need to have their skin squishy, to have it that clean, because it's always oily, so they go to the other extreme. But that only does to their skin a huge disadvantage because it gets more dehydrated. So in this case, our mask, our purifying mask, it purifies on one side, but it doesn't leave your skin dehydrated. It tightens the pore in just a few minutes, so the skin is going to be very pure, very luminous, but very soft. Okay, and then the second SKU that is only for cabin use is the Sebum Normalizing Gel Cream. As the name says, it has a particular texture of a gel cream. Inside, we have our amazing complex, the 51 plus 3 Hyalo complex. We have the Sebum-Smart Peptide, the salicylic acid in a concentration of 0.5%, niacinamide, and a sebum control technology, another active ingredient that, of course, works specifically on the sebum production. It's a sebum regulating moisturizing cream enriched with the Sebum-Smart Peptide, like I was mentioning, and it has this micro exfoliating action because of the salicylic acid. Okay, so it will purify and rebalance the sebum production at the same time. Very useful in this type of treatment. It's a fresh, oil-free texture. Okay, it's perfect also to hydrate. I've mentioned that before, but also as a mattifying makeup base. Obviously, there will be a lot of clients, and we have amazing makeup to help us with that. That is not just makeup, and you know that very well. That will want a little bit of coverage at the end of the treatment, and this is a perfect mattifying makeup base. Then one SKU is both professional and home use, and that is our pore control concentrate. Pore and imperfection corrector with 2% encapsulated salicylic acid. So this time the percentage is higher, but it's encapsulated. That means it's going to be released gradually inside of the skin. You see that we have kept our packaging, the one that we are using also for the concentrate of the hyaluronic acid line, and in rest surface as well, the vitamin C. So we have kept this beautiful packaging. Obviously, in this case, we will have the green sage color. It's a very concentrated formula. Inside, we will have the 51 plus 3 Hyalo complex, Sebum-Smart Peptide, obviously the 2% salicylic acid that has been encapsulated, the sebum control technology, and also bathyl alcohol that is soothing for the skin. It will be used in the professional treatment, we will see in a second, but also is a concentrate that we will recommend every single day at home uh, for our clients who require this rebalancing sebum production action and basically to even out the most stubborn imperfection and refine the skin texture. Morning and evening and before our usual face cream. It will be ideal, and I want to mention this, to be applied more, let's say, generously, well, not generously because you don't need to apply a lot of product, into the affected areas that have enlarged pores, pimples, other blemishes associated with impure skin. Obviously, avoid the eye area. And as always, and I want to remind everybody about this, hopefully you can see me as well, not just to listen to my voice. It's very important to pat it gently, not to massage it, okay? Because as you know, we also are doing this layering of product at home. And if you massage the product, first of all, if you use a lot and then you massage it, and then on top you will apply the cream, then you will get this not very nice, I'm sorry, I'm missing the English word, little pieces of product that are going to come off of the skin. So it's very important to use the right amount and to just pat or distend it very easily, extend it, sorry, onto the skin, and that's it. Okay, so what about our professional treatment? We are going to start it off with cell detoxium. So I'm going to use either the cleansing milk with the toner, the biphasic to remove stubborn makeup, or if I want to, I could also use the soothing micellar cleansing water. After that, following our beautiful method, we are going to use the blend relax in order to help my client relax and receive the beautiful treatment I'm performing. After that, I will use either the enzymatical or the mandelic acid exfoliant, and I'm going to leave it in pose for 10 minutes because I need to start working on regenerating the skin. Then, of course, being a treatment for impure skin, I would probably need to do some extraction. Therefore, I'm going to use the Cell Detoxium Superior Blackhead Extractor. I'm missing an S there, sorry. I'm going to apply the product, leave it in pose for 10 minutes, start removing it, and obviously, I'm going to perform my extraction. Again, even for this product, if I want to concentrate my action of, extraction, maybe just on the forehead, on the nose, on the chin, I can apply the product only there. It's not necessary to apply it all over the face. But it is important to leave it in pause so that the active ingredients can help soften the corneocytes, help open the pores so that I can have a very easy extraction. Immediately after I remove, obviously, the product and I clean the face, I'm going to use the Smart Pure Purifying Mask that I remind everybody has not only a purifying effect, but also a soothing and calming effect, which is very much required at this stage of the treatment. As always, 10-minute pause, I will remove it, tonic from Cell Detoxium, and then I will start, like I was mentioning earlier, layering our product. The first one I will use, and I cannot stress enough the importance of this product, especially for an imbalanced skin like the one that requires a purifying treatment, is the booster serum from Cell Detoxium. So the booster serum that we also give to the customer at home, we use it in almost every single professional treatment that we use, is full of Cell Detoxium, this amazing active that stimulates autophagy. So this natural process occurring in our skin that detoxifies. So it ingulls, so it eats up all the toxins, all the residues of protein, lipids coming from dead cells, and it helps every single cell to be free of toxins, to work properly, and then to be able to communicate also properly with the other cells. Not a lot of products, so just in this case, around 0.5 ml is more than enough. Just pat it, just extend it to the skin, and that's it. On top of that, of course, the Pure Control concentrate of the Smart Pure line. And then the Sebum Normalizing Gel Cream, 1 ml. It's not necessary to apply more. It has a very fresh, very light texture. So again, just extend it and it will immediately be absorbed into the skin. And then on top of this, I will finish my treatment with the Cell Detoxium Daily Protective Fluid SPF 50. Absolutely mandatory, especially if I'm considering that I've done extraction. So the skin is very, let's say, prone to hyperpigmentation. The summer is coming, so I absolutely must use protection. And then, of course, in order to help my client to come back to reality, I will use the Blend Vitality Bianco, so the white one, and the treatment will last around 42 minutes. Again, an advice from somebody who's been in the field for many years: when doing extraction, try to, because in any case, you're not going to solve all their problems in one session. And you know that we recommend at least a series of 4 sessions, 1 per week. So this would be a complete treatment course. Try to, do the extractions, but in a step-by-step approach, okay, and explaining to the client that it's not even healthy for the skin to traumatize it and try to get everything out in just 1 session. The objective of the treatment will be to have a more healthier, more even skin by addressing the mechanism responsible for impurities in a very respectful, intelligent, and this is the word I was actually looking for earlier, but I couldn't remember, progressive approach. It's for a young skin, more prone to impurities, imperfection, and shine, but also for mature skin that requires very effective yet extremely delicate purification action. It gives an amazing comfort and hydration to the skin, which you normally would not associate with this type of treatment. 1 per week, or a cycle of 4 treatments. Then, of course, prices. This is an Italian price. Every single country has its own approach for pricing. The range, home care, and I absolutely adore the home care products. I've tried them, even though I don't have really impure skin. But because I'm traveling a lot and I'm using a lot of hotel rooms and I'm staying a lot in airports and planes, sometimes I will get an imbalance. So I've really, really enjoyed using these products to test them. So first of all, we have created a cleansing gel, because obviously when you have an imbalance of this type, you have to have the active ingredients starting with a cleanser. This is a wonderful oxy-active cleansing gel. Inside we have hydrogen peroxide. We have a formulation of 1.4%. It's very gentle, very purifying, also foaming agents. Serona repens, distillated water with witch hazel, bitter orange, and arnica. It's really a very, I would say even a ritual to cleanse your skin. It leaves it very fresh, very mattified, to be used in the morning and in the evening. Obviously not to be used on the eye. So if I need to remove the makeup of my eyes, I will use another product like the biphasic micellar product. Formulated for oily, impure, acne-prone skin. Then, for thick exfoliation mask. You remember in the beginning we were watching those very trendy type of products used now all over the world. Well, we've created this mask to be used at home, maybe 2, maybe 3 times per week, something like that. Obviously, you're going to use it in the evening after you have thoroughly cleansed your skin, avoiding the lips and the eye area. and it's to be used by one single person, please. It's just for if I have, let's say, two teenagers in the house, each one of them will have their own product. Okay, why? Because this product is to be applied directly onto the skin. It's a stick that just help make it visible, and then you are going to apply it. It's a perfect scrub for blackheads and post-acne marks, and a sebum absorbing mask. You will, like I said, apply it 2-3 times per week, leave it on 5-10 minutes, and then rinse thoroughly and apply the moisturizing product that you have. Inside, you will have vegetable charcoal. And I remember some years ago, there was a huge trend with charcoal, which is a wonderful ingredient. Obviously, it's absorbing sebum, and it's wonderful for this type of skin. Niacinamide, prebiotics. So we have oligosaccharides and inulin. So they are these selective nutrients for the good bacteria on our skin. Stabilized vitamin C. You remember we are using also in our Bright C line. Zinc oxide, rosemary, burdock extract, shea butter, and vitamin E. It's really a wonderful combination of active ingredients that is going to really purify, reduce the dilated pores. It will change basically your skin texture, and it's going to give you that clean skin that everybody is looking forward to. And then another, I'm absolutely convinced, a bestseller, the SOS Rapid Anti-Imperfection Treatment. This is a shock action perfecting and soothing treatment with the ACN complex. ACN complex being a zinc oxide of 7%, 2% of salicylic acid, niacinamide of 2%, and azelaic of 0.5%. So a wonderful complex that is to be very concentrated. Also combined with Sebum-Smart Peptide, zinc, PCA, pink clay, and burdock. How are you going to use this? It has a pink color, okay, pink beige color, because it has this clay that has the pink color, and is to be used exactly onto the affected area, on the pimple, on the blackhead, on the whitehead, on the enlarged pores. The secret is to leave it there at least 3 to 4 hours, or even overnight. Then obviously in the morning it will act even better. Like I said before, the secret is to apply it. It's going to be liquid if you want, but then it's going to dry. And what is beautiful about it is that the color is not so how should I say, you don't see it immediately, because since it's a pink beige, it will immediately just cover the pimple or whatever you are trying. In any case, it will look better than a pimple in that area. Inside, we have also calming lavender essential oils. So it's not only going to dry that pimple, it's not only going to obviously work on the sebum production in that area, but it will also take care of the inflammatory process that is happening in that area. Love it, absolutely love it. Obviously, again, I will point out, and I'm sure it's quite obvious for everybody, that it's to be used by just one single person. And then at home, we have the Sebum Normalizing Cream Gel, purifying and micro exfoliating with a 0.5 salicylic acid percent. Is to be used morning and evening, not on the, obviously, eye contour. And just, pat it and help it to be absorbed. Ideally, it will be used on top of our concentrate, purifying concentrate. In terms of active, you can already see we have the 51+3 Hyalu complex, the Sebum-Smart Peptide, salicylic acid, as I was mentioning, at 0.5%, niacinamide, and sebum control technology. So because of the salicylic acid, obviously we have this micro exfoliation that happens gradually, progressively, okay, with the other action of rebalancing the sebum production and fighting against all these typical blemishes of impure skin. It's very mattifying. It's perfect for a makeup base. It doesn't leave your skin dehydrated. It's oil-free, but it's quite hydrating. And then, last but not least, we have an amazing anti-aging mattifying cream, because obviously, like I said before, we can still have imperfection, and we can still have this imbalance in the skin even at a mature age. In this case, we have switched a little bit, let's say, the rules of the game, in the sense that in this product, we are using the 51 plus 3 Hyalo complex and the Sebum-Smart Peptide, obviously, but we have added the 0.1% encapsulated retinol. Now, very important to remember, if you use it 1 time, 2 times, obviously absolutely nothing is going to happen. But because of the retinol, and not only because normally if I have this imbalance in my skin, I'm going to create a routine for my client, not just give them one product and think that one product is going to solve the problem, right? I'm going to give them the cleansing gel, I'm going to give them the concentrate. So all of them with their specific ingredients, with the salicylic acid, and now adding to that the retinol, can create a sort of little bit of sensitivity in the skin. Or for somebody like take me, that I have quite a sensitive skin, using it maybe for 1 week, 2 weeks in a row, I will try, like I said, to feel a little bit of sensitivity or tingling. Again, nothing crazy, okay? But it can happen. And in this case, and especially when we're starting off to use this product, we have a suggestion for you, and that is to use the sandwich method. Sandwich method means that in any case, that client will have probably their anti-aging cream, maybe from Icon Time, maybe from Feel Lift. Okay, so maybe of HI Hero, who knows? So when first starting to use this product, or when you already know that your client has a more reactive skin, apply a very thin, okay, not thick, thin layer of the normal, regular moisturizing cream, both before and after using the anti-aging mattifying cream. In this way, the skin, let's say, gets used to this retinol inside, but in a gradual way, okay? And obviously you avoid using during pregnancy. You can start off like this. You can, after using it for some weeks, again, when you feel that you have a little bit of tingling in your skin, use the sandwich method. I've tried the product and many of my customers have tried it. I must admit that I have not found this reactivity quite often, almost to never. But today, you never know, because our clients are doing a lot of things to their skin. Sometimes maybe they are not sharing with us. Maybe they've done microneedling or fractional laser or acids, or they have sensitized their skin a lot. Okay, so that is why, for us to be on the safe side, we have given you this advice. Okay, so these are the products for home use that I always advise to use as a routine, not as a single product. We have a cleansing gel, an exfoliating mask in the form of a stick that I adore, the SOS that is to be applied locally wherever there is a problem, obviously the Pure Control Concentrate, sebum normalizing gel cream, or mattifying cream for a more mature age. Tests obviously have been done. In this case, we conducted tests on single products like the Pure Control Concentrate. Just in 15 days, so that means 2-week time, we have a minus 36% sebum production, a more skin texture that is uniform, plus 30%, less than minus 21% less blackheads, or minus 15% enlarged pores, and an overall purifying action of 15%. If we refer to the rapid anti-imperfection treatment, so the SOS one, you can see it also in the picture. Visible results after just 3 application. It's really acting after the first time you applied. From the third, you have already, let's say, almost nothing on the skin. Anti-aging mattifying cream. So it's not just a mattifying and a cream for impurities, but obviously has an anti-aging effect. So you can see in just 28 days, the skin texture, it's more uniform, it's more smooth by 30%. The enlarged pores, and this is a really, really huge topic for a mature skin, these enlarged pores. It's less than 24%. Wrinkles are reduced by 23%, and post-acne spots minus 15%. So what are the unique selling points of this range? For sure are the fact that it has this aspect of intelligent beauty to it. So it has this AI engineered peptide that works exactly where you need it the most. You have very fast, very visible results. So the skin is much clearer, much smoother, much healthier in just a few days. It has obviously very technological, very cutting edge active ingredients and a clean formula. You know that we are always very, very keen to having a clean formula and a microbiome friendly formula. It's made for all ages, and it's a very premium, high-tech aesthetic range. And as always, because we are always trying to give you, let's say, the best advice possible, and to make you aware of the fact that our clients require a beauty routine at home, we have created this, let's say, advices. So if you have a client between 14, 18 years of age, obviously it will have an impure, acne-prone skin. In the morning and evening, it will be mandatory for them to use the Oxy-Active Cleansing Gel and the Sebum Normalizing Gel Cream. And then once, twice a week, the Pore Stick, and whenever needed, the SOS anti-imperfection treatment. So these 4 products are going to be, I would say, a must for them. Going a little bit higher, we are talking between 18 and 25. We will have the Oxygel cleansing gel, the toner that contains a lot of quantity of cell detoxium. We will add the booster serum for sure, and the pure control concentrate, and of course finishing with the sebum normalizing gel cream. So these are going to be every morning and evening the products that we will advise them to use. And of course, additionally, optionally, they can purchase in the future the SOS that for sure they will want to buy, and the mask if the problem, let's say, requires also the mask. And the 5 we will have the cleansing gel, toner, booster serum, pore control concentrate, and sebum normalizing gel. At night, I can switch to the cleansing mousse, and I remind everybody that the cleansing mousse of cell detoxium has also prebiotics inside and probiotics. The toner, booster serum, pure control concentrate, and sebum normalizing gel cream. And as always, as a plus, optional, the 2 products, the SOS and the mask. 40 to 50, obviously what's going to be changed, so that I don't repeat all the products, is going to be the mattifying cream. So in the morning, I can use the cleansing gel and toner, booster serum concentrate, and mattifying cream. In the evening, I can switch to the cleansing milk and toner, booster serum, pore control concentrate, and mattifying cream. And as always, we can always advise them the 2 additional products of the SOS and the mask. I mentioned before, it's not really my area, but I can appreciate it. We have an amazing, detail-oriented team that has put together the packaging. So we have this soft touch tube, the stick that is a new, let's say, type of presenting the product even for us. and for the SOS, that flux glass matte finish that is quite beautiful. Obviously, the color we have used is that green sage, and as always, the packaging of the box reflects exactly the color of the line, and all the information are inside of the box, onto that box. We do not have an additional leaflet inside because we are trying to minimize the usage of paper. The visuals that were developed for this launch, you can see them in this picture. They are really beautiful. They want us to take us in a futuristic environment. They are transmitting us precision. I'm almost seeing those laser beams. Okay, so again, very professional, very performance oriented products, and obviously rigorous testing. Uh, this is the image of the line with this beautiful lady and with this radar that, again, when you see a radar, you think about precision. And here they are together. I think the marketing team has really done an amazing job. And from here on, obviously, we have a lot of materials for this. You can contact our beautiful partner in Canada, and they can help you with all the materials that we have created for this launch, including this Smart Pure Touch that is basically a mirror with these sebum absorbing sheets, everything to just move, let's say, the products and to create nice promotion for our clients. Okay, perfect. Before I finish my presentation, just wanted to let you know that we are improving a lot in the marketing area, social media wise. And for this, we have created a lot of videos that are going to be, let's say, something that we will continue to do with all the new launches. So not only our video treatment that we have always done, the step-by-step treatment, but also we have created these social shots and also the video routine. So you will have these beautiful new videos that show the client. You can send them on WhatsApp, you can post them on your social media, that show you how to use the product at home. So how to cleanse with the gel, how to apply the stick, how to remove it, how to apply the SOS, how to apply the concentrate. So everything is done in a very fun and very, yeah, there are also quite young people doing the protagonist of these videos, but they are very interesting and very easy tools to use, because today, as you can see, everybody is looking for this type of information in the format of a video. So feel free to use them. They are amazing. They have a lot of hours of work behind them, and they are quite impactful for the clients. Perfect. Here I am, not alone anymore.
Yes, thank you so much. That was very interesting. I'd like to just touch on that last point about the social media images and the social media content. It really is fantastic, fantastic content. We have it all available for you to download through our website, and it's also available on our online learning platform. They have it for Smart Pure, but they also have it for many, many of the other segments. Almost every single segment has amazing video treatments, stories, images for your social media. So please take advantage. If you were to have somebody create this content for you, it would be I don't even know what the cost would be. It would be extremely expensive. It's
Yeah.
very high quality, very wonderful communication. So please take advantage of that. That is included to you for free when you have a Diego de la Palma account. So to get those videos for the social videos, you can see them on our website on the marketing materials page. To get the treatment videos, which teach you the treatment and which is a little bit more in depth, those are all available on our online learning platform only. So if you don't have access to the online learning platform, please contact us and we'll set that up for you. Or if you've forgotten your password or you need some help troubleshooting, please let us know. That is an incredible resource for you as a Diego de la Palma account. So I think with that, we can get to some of the questions.
Exactly.
Um, The first question I have here, will the purifying line be phasing out and this will be its replacement? Yes. So as you've seen, some of the products are basically just an upgrade of what was available in the purifying line. So this is going to be the new replacement. Another question here. Kristen is asking, just clarifying, the only product from Smart Pure line that a pregnant woman cannot use is the anti-aging mattifying cream.
Because of the retinol. It's correct. Yes, absolutely. Because also pregnancy with all the hormonal imbalances can bring some
Yeah.
impurities with it. Yes,
And I'd just like to
exactly.
clarify that point because we get that question a lot. The reason we recommend that you don't use it in pregnancy, it has nothing to do with the safety for the baby. So it's not like that it would be a problem for the baby. It's that when you are pregnant, your hormones are elevated and a little uncontrollable or unpredictable. And so you can't control what the outcome will be as much as you normally would. So when you're using something like retinol, which is a strong ingredient, maybe before they were pregnant, they were able to use retinol and there was no problem. But when you're pregnant, because of the hormones, you might end up with an increased reaction. So that's the only reason that we recommend not using it during pregnancy. But I just want you to be sure that it has nothing to do with the safety of the baby. So, for example, if someone is trying to get pregnant, she doesn't need to stop using this cream. If this is her usual cream, you don't need to stop using it in case she gets pregnant. It's totally safe to use. It's just that we're trying to avoid any negative reactions. Um, Another question we have here is salicylic acid encapsulated in the normalizing gel cream? And how does microencapsulated salicylic acid work versus non-encapsulated salicylic acid?
With encapsulated, obviously we communicate that, as you have seen. So whenever it's written microencapsulated, it's encapsulated. Obviously, it also depends on the percentage we are using. Now, the being an acid, at the end of the day, you will have a sort of sensitivity in the skin. So that is why normally we encapsulate for two reasons. One is to protect the formulation of the acid itself, in this case, the salicylic acid. So it's more stable in the formulation. You apply it onto the skin. It still doesn't get affected, if I may say so, of everything that it encounters because you want it to penetrate the skin and to do its job, in this case, at the level of the sebaceous gland. And obviously also to have this gradual releasing into the skin. So you have basically a reservoir of that active ingredient that in this case is SIBO normalizing. So that's the purpose of the encapsulation. And normally, not only for salicylic acid, for retinol and for so many other active ingredients, we prefer to use this type of encapsulation, which are a number of them, in order to ensure the stability of the active ingredient, but also the safety on the skin, so you don't get a sensitized skin. And also, like I said, to have this gradual action that is going to give you a long-term effect in the skin, not just on the moment that you apply it.
Like a time-released ingredient.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Great. Okay, another question here. Is it safe to use the SOS Rapid Anti-Blemish Treatment daily for 2 to 3 weeks while the Smart Pure products rebalance the impurities? For example, if new papules and pustules appear every day.
Mm. The SOS for sure is a product to be used, I would say daily, but you have to consider that if I have a blemish, okay, I have a pimple, I'm going to apply the SOS today, maybe 2 times. I'm going to apply it tomorrow, and then it's going to slowly go away. So I'm not going to apply in the same point on my skin that product every single day for 30 days because it's impossible to have a pimple in the same place
Mhm.
forever. So if tomorrow I'm going to get one on my forehead, yes, I can apply it there without any issue. So yeah, it's actually a product that you can apply, let's call it daily, especially in the beginning when you
Mhm.
still haven't gotten the skin balanced because you keep applying it, but normally in different areas of the skin.
Right,
Yeah,
right. But it's something that basically you can use as needed. There's no limit to the amount of time that you could use it.
exactly. Yeah.
Great. Another question here. Which ingredients of the 51 plus 3 complex are present in greater proportion in the Smart Pure segment?
Here we have the amino acid. If I remember correctly, the amino acids are in a greater, yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
Okay,
I can double check.
great.
Okay.
Another question here, can this be used after face waxing to help with ingrown hairs or as home care?
At home care, yes. I mean, hair ingrowth wouldn't be necessarily, let's say, cause or yeah, is not given of an activity of the sebaceous gland and it's not functioning properly. Sorry, but of course
Yeah.
it can create a problem there. It can create a pimple, and if we consider some of the products that are creating this micro exfoliation, so related to the micro exfoliation, that can help with ingrown hair. Absolutely,
Yeah,
at home, obviously.
great. We have a question here about our promotion. If we have a promotion, she says she's already created a cart to add to the professional line, but she's interested in some of the products personally. So yes, we do have a promotion. We will be emailing it out to everyone who has attended today for our webinar, but we do have a starting promotion that includes a great starter set for one of each professional, some retail, and then that's going to give you the display and testers as well. So we're going to make sure that we email each of you that promotion, and you'll be seeing it. You'll be seeing that right away.
Wonderful. I see a lot of enthusiasm here for the line. Beautiful. Okay. Any other questions? I think we answered all of them. Mhm.
Okay, I think that is everything. I think that's all the questions. So thank you so much. If you think of any other questions as you're coming, oh, someone here is asking, would you pair any of these items with treatments like micro-channeling, for example?
For micro channeling, which is basically, I think, micro needling, right?
Microneedling.
Yeah, I think the soothing line is the most appropriate one. We do have a protocol for that to prepare the skin and afterwards.
Yeah,
Then, of course, if you have an imbalanced skin, if you have post-acne scars, so it depends why you are doing the microneedling treatment, okay? If you're
yeah,
doing it for that, then, of course, because of the microexfoliating action, I would use, for instance, the mask, I would use the gel. So for sure, there will be some items that I will use. That's why it's important to understand each product, what does it contain, and what it does in the skin. Yeah. So yes, but it depends.
yeah.
Okay. Great question, Irene.
Okay. Any other questions? I think that's everything. So if you have any questions or you think of anything else, oh wait, a new question just came in here. Can we do the resurface peeling with the Smart Pure products? Um, that's another great question. Resurface is definitely something that pairs well when you're looking at someone who has acne scarring or dealing with blemishes associated with acne. So I think they could pair together pretty nicely.
Especially for the purposes that you mentioned.
Hmm.
I don't know that PF. I need to search it.
Yes, sorry, this code, I'm not sure what this, I don't have my that code in front of me right now. I'd have to exit the webinar to find that code. So
Write us the
fully for
product.
enlarged pores and mature skin. I wonder if you're asking about the mattifying anti-aging cream. That must be the one that she's looking at. Um, Sorry, if you just give me 1 minute, I can look up that code. I might escape from the webinar for a second. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you could use it for. I mean, mature skin. I would actually go to the mattifying product that has also the retinol inside, and you have the Sebum-Smart that will help you with the enlarged pores. So actually, for mature skin, I would go more for the mattifying cream rather than the gel cream. That is for more younger targets,
Yes.
because it also has an anti-aging part to it.
Great.
Oh, I love it when we have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I think this line is it's very interesting and getting a lot of we've had a lot of questions about it already before the webinar. So I guess that is everything now. As always, you can reach out to us and we're happy to answer your questions over email or over the phone. We do have this webinar again. If you'd like to refresh, unfortunately without Alexandra this time, but I'll be doing the webinar myself to go over it on May 4th. So we'll do a refresher on everything that we've discussed today if you'd like to join. And for those of you in the Toronto area that are planning to go to the ESI Spa show, we will have these products there on display for a demo. So you'll be able to see the products and feel them and smell them and see the amazing products there. And we'll have our promotion at that show as well, which is the same as the promotion for today. So thank you everyone for your time. Thank you, Alexandra, so much for sharing your knowledge with us today. And we'll be seeing you on May
25.
25th to
Exactly.
discuss the new body line. So please, if you haven't signed up for that webinar yet, that's going to be very interesting. The brand new body line from Italy, Sculptoria, which features exosomes, which we are very excited about. So please register for that. Mark it down in your calendars, May 25th.
Perfect. Thank you, everybody, for your attention, and see you all soon. Thank
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
you. Bye.